988 is up and running. That is the new crisis and suicide prevention lifeline.
Steve Moore from the Illinois chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention joining us now on set. Steve, good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is a great new development. It's an easy to remember three-digit number, 988. Why is that important in this field?
Well, first of all, it's easy to remember, like you said, so people can just dial 988. It really replaces 911 in the sense that people used to call that sometimes for an emergency. Now they can call 988 and you can have a response from someone that's got mental health training instead of police. But the other thing is, 90% of the people that call 988 really will be answered and talked to by a counselor that's trained, that can perhaps give them, listen to their issue and give counseling, and then perhaps, if it's necessary, give them advice, where to go, some sort of resources available. And then, as I said, 10% of them may actually need someone to come by. And so what they call crisis response intervention, again, some sort of quick response to that, and then if there's really a problem, take them to a center for stabilization. And so those investments, those second step, the response and then the stabilization, that's kind of the next stage. But this is the first stage that is really exciting because it's expanded the network. More people are there to call, more people to answer the calls now. So it's just going to be working better.
So this is a national, and you can also text, right, and go online. So you're just trying to reach as many people as possible.
911 text will work also. I mean,
988.
988. Yeah, please, thank you. 988 will work for text. Same thing will happen. You'll get a trained professional responding to you. And the other important thing is it used to be it was just for suicide prevention. Now it's for any kind of a mental health crisis or even substance use crisis. So it's for a crisis call line now, not just suicide prevention.
Talk about the history of the suicide prevention hotline. It used to be that number, 800 number, you dial it, and there were many stories of people dialing that number in a crisis, and then they were put on hold or the call would be dropped. We put in some safeguards here in Illinois now, and you were saying during the break, we've gone from one of the worst responses to some of the best responses in the country now.
We're hoping it'll be the best. Certainly it has been. Illinois has put a lot of money into a new call center that is going to be really taking care of what's been in the past too few call centers. We just haven't covered the whole state. And so when callers from tried to make a call, quite often it got pushed over to one of the national overflow centers, which have longer hold times, and sometimes people just gave up. The system has been a national call number, but it's really the local states have had to fund it, and Illinois has not funded it. It's all been done by a couple of counties have their own call centers, a couple of private organizations have the call centers.
And that's changed now.
And that's changing now. There's state money, which has come from the federal government. But I mean, that's really the next issue will be the state of Illinois has to decide how we're going to fund this in the future once the federal money dries up. Now, Congress did allow states to add a surcharge to your phone, just as there's a 911 charge, there could now be a 988 charge on your phone, and that'll be good, stable funding. That's certainly the one that we would prefer. It's the most logical, but Illinois is going to have to figure it out because that federal money is not going to last for long, and that call center in Bloomington that is now really taking over is going to have to be funded somehow.
Do you think quickly that we are doing a better job now in removing the stigma associated with mental illness?
COVID has done a good job of that because people have started talking about mental health much more. You'll see it in the media, of course, and even in schools. They're now talking mental health. They're telling kids it's okay to be not okay. Talk to the teacher, talk to the health counselor. People are learning that mental health is just another form of health, and when you have a mental health issue, whether it's depression, anxiety, talk to someone, talk to a professional. And, there's no stigma of mental health anymore.
All right, Steve Moore, thank you so much for joining us. You can learn more about the Lifeline or the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention here in Illinois. You can check out their website and their social media platforms. Steve, have a great day. Thank you again for giving us some more information on the new 988 number.
Thank you for covering this important topic.
Of course.